Hey guys, what's up? I'm stuck at home because of the social isolation measures that we have in place on campus right now. So I thought I would give you a quick update on what's been going on with the rapid changes in this public health crisis and everything, what's going on campus. So some of you had asked me what changes have been happening with regard to the law school in response to this. Things have been changing pretty rapidly. I think about a week ago, the school in general and the law school in particular made the decision to switch to online only classes. So we've been using Zoom, this conference meeting software, and it's been fine, a little bit glitchy and not ideal, but generally okay. The timing so far hasn't been too bad because it was about to be reading period anyway. And with reading period, we just basically go home or to the library and prepare for finals on our own. We didn't have that many class meetings that needed to be rescheduled, and we're about to head into exams anyway. Our exams are often take home, which means that we just download the exam from the website, write our answer as a Word document, and then upload the answer when we're done. So really not much about that has changed either. I think the big change that's coming is that the law school just announced 2 days ago that all of spring quarter for the foreseeable future will be virtual as well. That's a huge bummer for me because, it is my last quarter of law school. And even though law school has been difficult and at times kind of miserable, I was really looking forward to this last quarter, being with my friends, doing activities for graduation, celebrating, going to law prom, all of these things. So it's kind of unclear how that's going to shake out. Hopefully, things kind of quiet down, the infection rates slow down, and we can resume normalcy soon. But it's hard to say. For the moment, as far as I understand it, there has only been one confirmed case on Stanford's campus, someone in the School of Medicine, I think a faculty member, I'm not sure. They don't give us too many specifics about that. Out of an abundance of caution, Stanford has told all of its undergraduates to go home for break and stay there if they can. I think campus will still be running at a minimal level, but the school is really trying to encourage social isolation as much as possible. For us grad students, we are allowed to stay in our housing because it's a bit more contained. We don't have communal bathrooms, for example, which I think the school is really worried about with regard to undergraduates. Admitted Students Weekend is canceled, so I think the school is exploring virtual options, and we're for sure going to still have some programming online. But, it's kind of sad because the experience of coming to the law school in person, I think, is really kind of important for getting a feel for the community and the space and everything. But yeah, it doesn't make sense to invite people to fly in from all corners of the country and around the world when, this is going on. So yeah, I guess we have virtual classes to look forward to next quarter. And I'm not sure, I think, from the perspective of my friends, some of them are going home to stay there. Some of them are staying on campus. We personally will stay on campus. I mean, we could go home to our parents, but I don't want to contribute to the possible spread of the disease. My parents are closer to the at-risk age group, and so for me, it doesn't seem to make sense to go to them. It makes sense to stay put. Thankfully, we have each other and we like each other, but we do live in a pretty small studio apartment. You can see from where I'm sitting right by the window to the door, that's all the space we have. So, we'll have to get creative in the next couple of days, weeks, hopefully not months. But yeah, and spending that time together. I'm obviously not a health expert, and I would be wary of anyone who is too strident in giving you advice when they don't really know what they're talking about. But based on what I've read from the World Health Organization, it does make sense to self-isolate as much as possible. It is kind of inconvenient and, obviously not as fun as jet setting or doing whatever you were planning to do. But from what I've seen, self-isolation is less about preventing you yourself from getting sick, although we don't know that much about coronavirus, and so it's somewhat possible. But self-isolation is more about preventing a sort of catastrophic spike in the infection rate by contributing to the circulation of the disease, which would be really bad for individuals who are higher at risk, such as, people who have compromised immune systems or who are older or who have pre-existing health problems. And also, we don't want to overwhelm our hospitals with a sudden surge of the illness like they've seen in Italy, for example. if you can sort of flatten the curve of the infection, so have it occur more slowly over a longer period of time rather than in a big spike, that is generally better. I've seen it likened to, you know, with a family that is fighting the flu, like obviously would you rather have everyone in the family get the flu at once, or would you rather have, you know, just one person at a time so that you always have someone who can act as a caretaker? Obviously you would want the latter. So, you know, I would encourage you all to self-isolate if you can, if you have that privilege, you know, limit your unnecessary meetings with people, avoid crowded spaces and big gatherings, wash your hands a ton, don't touch your face, and don't hoard face masks if you don't need them. They're not super effective at protecting you from transmission. They are best for people who are already sick or health workers who have to be exposed over and over again in the course of their job duties. Again, you know, I'm not a doctor, not even close, so who knows, but that's just what I've heard. Okay, I hope you guys all stay safe out there, wash your hands, stay healthy, and try not to stress too much. It's going to be okay, and this will be over eventually. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.